Now we are ready. So your question, nice question. So it need not be childish. It's very good question. So what is impermanent? A very nice one. So in the Goenka tradition, it is called as Anitya, or rather the English translation for Anicca, and it got Sanskritized, and so it became Anitya. And the direct meaning is impermanent. So R.H.Y. David, he introduced this word called as impermanence. So that's the most direct translation you can get. Okay, now in the words of the Buddha, really see anicca is not really impermanent. Anicca is, if you want to Sanskritize it, it becomes anishchit, which becomes uncertain. So basically, if we see our life, it is always uncertain. And if something is uncertain, it should be impermanent also, right? Uncertainty leads to impermanence. So by its own nature, it's always uncertain. What is uncertainty? I want to see a particular object of my choice. I might get, I might not get. I want to hear a particular, like this, have this cracker sounds, and I am doing this Dhamma, and I don't want to listen to it. Whether I want to listen or I don't want to listen, the sound is going to come. So it's very uncertain, right? So I can't say I don't like it. My liking has got nothing to do with what is happening. So if we were to give a lot of English translations, we can say not as per one's wish, not in the favor, uncertain, and all of these three becomes impermanent because they don't stay. The sight don't stay, the sound don't stay, the taste don't stay, touch don't stay, the thoughts don't stay, like that. So the example what you have shown, supposing river flow. Now I go into the river, and what I do is I dip myself in the river. The river is flowing. It's not stopped. So if I lift up myself, that when I dipped, that water is not there and some other water has come. This is arising and passing away, which is also part of anicca, nothing to do with impermanent. So there are two things in the Dhamma. One is it is uncertain, which is also anicca. Two is that it arises and passes away. So when I take a dip in the river, but when I get up, that portion is gone and some other water is there. In the same way, when I breathe, the breath is arising and passing. So every new breath is new life, every going away is passing away. So there is arising, there is passing. So anicca can also be looked at arising and passing away. So that's how it is. So now, is it permanent or impermanent? If somebody were to ask, is breathing permanent or impermanent? That looks a very stupid answer. Breathing is neither permanent or non-permanent. It is arising and passing away. Is it certain or uncertain? Yes, as long as condition matches, you keep on breathing. If the condition doesn't match, you cannot breathe. Hello, Jeevakat Sarvan Sarnai,
Hello.
how are you?
Sarvan Sarna, it's been a long time Since
Yes.
last joined, I had some urgent things to attend in my temple.
Okay.
Sorry, I couldn't come.
No, that's okay. And today we have Anupam and Bhante. He introduced. So they both are in Vipassana Center. So Anupam wanted to know about impermanence, so we have started with that.
I read the message. I already understood the question he
Ah,
asked.
okay. So basically, is breathing certain or uncertain? Yes, it is certain as long as the condition matches. This conditionality is in Buddha Dhamma called as Paticca Samutpada, dependent origination. Okay. It's called Sankhara. Sankhara means condition. And it due to a condition something arises and that passes away. So as long as life is there, so long you're going to breathe. And when the life goes away, you stop breathing.
Ketupala.
So Upadavaya, meaning arising and passing away, that's a condition. As long as the life exists. So if there is anything called as life, you breathe. If there is no life, then you don't breathe. So now, how many different kinds we understood? We first understood Anicca in its original sense is uncertainty, but we want to make it certain. So we give a name to a person to make it certain, even though his body is changing. But I would like to call him, let's say, Vilas. So then I will attach it like this. When Vilas was an infant, when Vilas was a child, when Vilas was a uh, teenager, when Vilas was an adult, and when Vilas was a middle-aged person. So what I am doing is I am joining to make it Nicca. Nicca means certain that Vilas is existing. This is one kind. Second kind is Vilas arose, means Vilas is going to pass away. When will he pass away? Today? After 10 years? After 5 years? After 50 years? That's uncertain. What is definite? Anything that is arising will pass away. And that's the law of nature or Dhamma. Okay. So if Vilas has arisen, then Vilas will depart. If sun has arisen, sun will sunset. So sunrise, sunset. Udayangama is sunrise, Attangama is sunset. So if somebody says that I need only sunrise and no sunset, he is making a fool of himself. And if there is sunset and he doesn't want a sunrise, again he is making a fool of himself. In the same way, I wish I don't want to die. Not going to happen. And hence it is anicca. When I am going to die is uncertain. As long as condition matches for me to live, I am going to live. So it has Sankhara, it's an anicca, uncertain, Sankhara, condition, Paticca Samutpanna, dependently arisen, Kaya it keep on diminishing, Vaya ceasing, Viraga Dhamma, no raga means dispassion. The Dhamma has no passion for me. Nirodha Dhamma ceases to exist. So if we take our daily life, whatever we do from the morning till evening, it follows this seven. So anicca, anicca, Sankhara, Paticca Samutpanna, Kaya Dhamma, Vaya Dhamma, Viraga Dhamma, Nirodha Dhamma. So three things and four dhammas. Three things. One, the thing is Sankhara. The thing is anicca. The thing is Sankhara, and it is patisamutpanna. That means it is dependently originated. So if something is there, these three things, then it goes through the four Dhamma. First, it should have kaya, meaning it keeps on diminishing. Let's say I was 1 year old and I'm supposed to live for 100 years. Today is my first year birthday. So how many more years? 99. It's kaya Dhamma. Why Dhamma? Why Dhamma is that the aging process takes over of everything. Tree, plant, creeper, human beings, animals, you name whatever. Whatever is found in nature, including house, vehicles, so it keeps on wire. So it comes into maintenance later. Viraga. When the consciousness departs, it doesn't have any raga for this body. In the same way, when I've gone for urination, when I've gone to feces, when I'm hunger, thirst, all that, they don't sweat, each one of these, they don't have any passion for me. I want to stay, oh, it's Vilas, what he thinks. It's Viragadam. Nirodhadam ceases to exist. So the food I have taken in the morning ceases to exist in the afternoon. The food I am taking in the afternoon ceases to exist in the night. And the food I am taking in the night again ceases to exist in the morning. I cannot do anything about it. Whether I like it, I dislike it. So, not as per one's liking is anicca. Okay. And hence, it's very uncertain. It's uncertain that I'll become hungry in the next 2 hours. I might not become hungry. And my life also is uncertain. And we know life is uncertain. But do we really know it? And if we know it, we are penetrated into dukkha. That uncertainty for itself is dukkha. Okay, so that is a complete explanation of it on your question. I don't know, Anupam, how much I confused you.
I've just heard. I'll think about it more and let you know later if any question arises.
Okay, no worries.
Yeah.
Did it fly above your head?
No, but the terms I can't remember.
You use that in Pali, so you don't have to worry about the Pali words. Look at
okay.
yeah.
Uncertainty, I have realized it. Anicca means uncertainty initially.
Yes.
And from uncertainty going to impermanence. Yeah. Then it's becoming much more clearer.
Yeah. So if we directly try to experience impermanent, you will not.
Now, when we experience Udayavaya, in that experience, do we or don't we experience the anicca?
No.
Udayavaya means itself. No, Udayavaya means let's say that in every millisecond, if we see something, the light has to come in all the time, and in that process, the Udayavaya is inside it.
Agreed.
It is a ray, or it is a frequency. In other words.
Right. So there are two aspects.
But it is not permanent. It has to break. If you switch on the electricity light, now the rays come and I get a light, but the light comes like in the light itself. we all know that it has a graph-like thing when you draw it. Electricity. I'm not taking this science physics things. I'm saying that it has positive and negative ends like that. So it is not permanent. It is not a direct thing that is coming. It is uncertain. Uh, it has Udayavaya. Can we? Is it not? Am I not explaining it when I say Udayavaya? Inside Udayavaya, the uncertainty is not there.
Okay, so let me explain in this way. When you look at the five aggregates, and when Buddha asked this question, is Rupa Nitya or Anicca? And everybody says Anicca Bhante. Because the Rupa formation is uncertain. Meaning you can't say when the sweat is going to come. So if you really see the five elements in this body, it depends on the condition. So if it is hot, start sweating. You didn't create sweat, but the body starts to sweat. So is it uncertain? Yes, it is uncertain. And anything that is uncertain is dukkha. So when you see it from a five aggregates point of view, then anicca is uncertainty. But when you see from ayatana perspective, let's say I talk about chakka ayatana, sota, that is eyes, ear, nose, tongue, body, and like that, it is udaya vyaya. It need not be uncertainty or certainty. Yes, that also will work, but more to do with udaya vyaya, meaning upada vayatena anicca. Whatever arises, let's say sight is arising, the sight is arising and the eyes are arising due to the condition, means the eye is connected to the sight through the consciousness. As long as the sight is there for the eye to see, it seems to be permanent. But the moment you remove the sight, and another thing will come. So that is gone, replaced with this. This is gone, replaced with something else. That is gone and replaced with something else. So if the light were not to be there, if the power were to go in this room, now you have the sight, have the eye, but there's no light, hence you can't experience. So is it permanent or impermanent? It is impermanent. Why? Because not only conditioned, it's not only uncertain, but you can't hold it as a permanent entity that, oh, I am enjoying sight. It's not permanent. And it keeps on changing. So the sight and the eye, sound and the ear, nose and the smell, that it keeps on changing. When I turn my head from left to right, the objects on the left are gone and now object on the right. So can I take it as permanent? No. Why? It's gone. The objects on the left are gone and now I can only see objects on the right. Let's say I turn myself to here. All the people sitting here are gone. I might imagine you are still sitting, but what if you go home? I'll say, hey, what happened to them? They're gone. Oh. So it depends on which state are we trying to see. You are seeing from five aggregates, it's uncertainty. You're taking from the six sense doors, then it's permanent or impermanent. It is impermanent. But what has happened is anicca by nature is called as impermanent. It is true to an extent. At a very high level it is impermanent, but it's not the true meaning of impermanence. The result is impermanent. The result is impermanent. It results in impermanence. It's by nature is uncertain. So you can't certainly say, if somebody asks me, Vilas, are you certainly Vilas? And the answer is no. Why? Because my parents have named it. It's not that I was born as Vilas. I was born as a child or an infant. Whatever their name they wanted to keep, they have kept it. So are you certain? No. I can conventionally say my name is Vilas. Like you can say my conventional name is Jivaka or Anupam or Hero. Nobody can claim it to be true. Now, when I perceive, perception is sanya. So I perceive this name to be true. It's permanent. Because that's unchanging now. Every time Vilas is called, the sound Vilas makes me to turn my face or makes me to turn my head, makes me to acknowledge, I am Vilas, I am Vilas, I am Vilas, I am Vilas. Then what happens? Vilas gets established in mind. It's permanent. How? Because it's certain. Certainly I am Vilas, so it should be permanent. The result of certainty is permanent. Result of uncertainty is impermanent. And whatever is uncertain and whatever is impermanent is dukkha, suffering. Because I want to stay as Vilas, but I know I can't stay. So it depends, Jivaka, on from which side are we seeing? Seeing from the five aggregates or from six sense door? So from the six sense doors, if you are talking, it's upada vayate nani or udaya vyaya. Hope I answered.
Yeah, that's a small other thing to be clarified. Now, in Girmananda Sutta, there is a sanyas called Sabba Sankharesu Anicca Sanya.
Correct.
Sabba Sankharesu Anicca Sanya.
Yes.
Can you elaborate on that a little?
See, Sabba Sankhara, Anicca, Dukkha, Anatta. It's not only Anicca Sanya. It is Sabba Sankhara, Dukkha, Anicca, Sabba Sankhara, Dukkha, Sabba Sankhara, Anatta.
Anatta.
In the Girimananda Sutta especially, the Sanya what I need to have on Sankhara is Anicca Sanya. Now first we need to understand what is Sankhara.
Yeah.
It's from two words, Sankhara. Kara means to do. San means to say what I want to do. So how does Buddha define Sankhara? He says, Mano Sanchetana, Chakku Sanchetana, Ghana Sanchetana, Jivha Sanchetana, Kaya Sanchetana is Sankhara. Sanchetana means intention. So what you intend to do with eyes, ears, nose, tongue, body and mind is Sankhara. Now, I would like to call this room as my room. That's the Sankhara. Now, what kind of Sankhara is it? Is it a Punyabhi Sankhara, Apunyabhi Sankhara, or Aninjabi Sankhara? Let's take it in that way. It is neither of the three. Neither a Punyabhi Sankhara, it's neither a Apunyabhi Sankhara, or neither it's Aninjabi Sankhara. Now, Punyabhi Sankhara is you get Punya, means merits, Papa, demerit. And Aninjabi is getting into jhana. Neither of the one. I intend to do. Yes, there is an intention. So Sankhara creates karma, deeds. Now, Sabbe Sankhara Anicca. All my mental construct that I want to do this, I want to do that, is it certain or uncertain? It's uncertain. So the Sanya what I need to have is Anicca Sanya, not Nicca Sanya. So Sabba Sankhara Anicca. Now, if we take it even more further, If I rely on the Sankhara, that is, if I rely on the Chakku Sankhara, Chakku Sanchetana, and I want to see good things of my choice, let's say I want to see a prettiest woman right now, can I see it? No. I don't want these firecrackers which is disturbing my ear. I can keep on saying I don't want, I am intending not to have the sound. But nothing I can do about it. The Sankhara, what I am doing, is Anicca, uncertain. Because what I want is not coming there. Except for Dukkha, nothing is coming. So, Sabbe Sankhara Anicca, Sabbe Sankhara Dukkha, and hence Sabbe Sankhara Anatta. So, I can't call it is my personality or myself or it is in my control. So, in the, what is that? MN 22.5, sorry, SN 22.59. Anatta Lakkana Sutta. He asked this question. Now you tell me, is it in your control to say how the Rupa should be? And they say, no, it's not in our control. Is it in your control to have the feeling as per your choice? No. Is it in your control to say how you want to perceive? Now, this perception in the Girimananda Sutta, see, will always have Nichya Sanya. So I can do something about it. But actually, I can't do anything about it. That is the explanation of that. So he says how the Sankhara should be seen. Yeah, Jivaka.
Okay, I got it.
What else? You are on mute, Anupam.
What Sankhara, what I thought, as it was explained by Goenka school, these are the sanskar and the habits we are attached. Those are sankharas. So, as we practice vipassana, the sankharas will come out and it will dissolve. These are the basic. If you just clear this point.
Yeah. So in the Goenka tradition or in the Burmese tradition, and if somebody were to be explained like this, they will not get it. Okay. Meaning, what is there in the sutta, what they have done is that they have made it look very simple. So, when you say sankharas and when you have closed your eyes, how will you see what is coming? Feelings are coming. Let's say I'm feeling hot and I'm feeling itchy sensations and I'm feeling throbbing sensation. Okay. And I'm feeling sweating sensation and I'm feeling cold sensation. So what they did, Ubakin especially, when he created this Vipassana system, you are supposed to be observing, taking this body for contemplation, okay, to observe what is happening. You require three things. Number one, you have to create samatha. So you are, for first 3 days, you are doing anapana. Make sure that in the nostril area, you are very sharp. Now from the 4th day to 9th day, when you are doing vipassana, you are starting from the head and you are scanning, body scanning. In that body scanning, something or the other will be arising. And Sankhara is also true to an extent that anything that is coming out are past impressions. Anything. So they made it look very simple. If something is coming, it should be coming out of your past impression. And if somebody were to explain in this depth of Dhamma, and then it becomes a problem. Because let's say I don't know anything about Buddha Dhamma, and I have joined the first retreat, Vipassana retreat. I don't know anything. So if somebody were to be explained about Sankhara in depth, will they understand? No. Instead of confusing them, the best way to deal with it is just don't do anything. It comes, it goes. So Udaya Vyaya, arising and passing away, can be seen. The best thing. So in one way, the Sankharas are arising as itchy sensation, heat sensation, cold sensation, or something is being thrown out all the time. So the person then, if I am the person, I am sitting like this and I am watching here and there's a tingling sensation here. I am supposed to put my mind in this area only, but the itching is, there's a tingling sensation. So by the time I do the scanning here and come to this, the tingling sensation is gone. So I can say my past sankharas have gone and replaced by another one. So there are three things happening there. The first thing, the present sankharas are coming out. If you don't do anything, then slowly the past sankharas will start to arise, to an extent that you will start to see something else. Meaning, I might see a past life happening in front of me, which is a past sankhara. Because I am becoming so aware of the body sensation, the real past sankharas, the intention what I had in the past also starts to come. Okay. And intention only has created me a new life now. Actually, my intention, that is the consciousness intention to exist in a particular way, is what this body and this mind is. So even though Buddha says in the sutta that it is intention, mano sanchetana, as mental intention, chakku sanchetana, as intention through eye, like that. But how will you experience it? You should experience it in the body. Where else will you experience it? So if you are looking at the body with its sensation coming in and going out, if you are not reacting to it, that much of sankharas are gone. So that is how it is made. Supposing, yeah, go ahead. You are again on mute.
What I am asking then, how I will define Sankhara? Sankhara is only the attachments and how I will explain Sankhara. Please define this thing.
Like I said, the
there's another thing I want to ask. In my knowledge, I have heard Sankhara in different words, different manner. Like Mano Sankhara, Kaya Sankhara, Chitta Sankhara. That is what one thing. And there is again uh, Punyabhi Sankara, Apunyabhi Sankara, Anijabhi Sankara.
Correct, correct.
Then and like that, it has given many forms. I think. Is
See,
it correct or
yes, go ahead.
is it only if we take Nama Rupa, then Sankara falls into Nama. But when we say in the Anicca Sankhara, uh, we say everything that rises is falling or going away.
Right. So if we were
Uh,
to, yeah, go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead.
that's all. That's all. And does it have different forms of meaning?
Okay. So now we understand. Let us understand Sankhara from the beginning. Like I said, if you look at the Paticca Samutpada, dependent origination, the Sankharas are three. What you intend to make it as a punya, merit, apunya, demerit, and anenjabi is jhana, jhanik. I intend to do it. That is one level of Sankhara. Another level of Sankhara is with the six senses itself. So now I have an eye, I intend to do something with that eye. EYE, not I as I. And ear, and nose, and tongue, and body, and the mind. So this is Sankhara. Now coming to the Vipassana, what we are doing in Goenka tradition. You have taken Kaya and Pottabba. Kaya means body, Pottabba means touch. So when I sit with closed eyes and I start watching this body, some sensations are coming or some feeling is coming. Correct? I'm supposed to watch the feeling. Correct? Now I can't watch the feeling alone, right? There's something which comes along with that. I get a hot sensation, a cold sensation, a throbbing sensation, or whatever that is coming. Now, those things which are coming are part of Sankharas only. Okay. Now, the distinction made between the Sutta way and the Visuddhi Magga way, more of it is on the Visuddhi Magga. In the Sutta, the definition for Sankhara is only about intending to do something. So it's like in English they call it as choices, can we say volitional action, preparation, formation, something like that. And if somebody would have read the Sanyukta Nikaya, and if he goes to the Khanda Vagga, 5 Khandas, you will get a good grasp of what are Sankharas, because Buddha explains in different ways on Sankhara. Now, instead of confusing you with so much of data, let's make it very simple. For a normal person not knowing what is Sankhara, the better way to put is whatever arises in your body is Sankhara. It can be whatever. You just watch. For a person who knows Buddha Dhamma, you can change it, saying that whatever you are intending to do with the 6 senses is Sankhara. Okay. Still
Can we explain Sankara as Chetana?
no, Chetana is the intention. If you have seen Putta Mamsa Sutta, in that he says food. Passa ahara, mano sanchetana ahara. And there are many suttas where Buddha explains what is Sanchetana, and he uses the term Sankhara. Okay. So if you ask this question, what is Sankhara? There are 3-4 suttas where Buddha explains Sankhara means Kaya Sanchetana, Mano Sanchetana, Chakku Sanchetana, Sota Sanchetana, Dhana Sanchetana, Jiva Sanchetana. If you ask, okay, another sutta, he says Rupa Sanchetana, Saddha Sanchetana, Gandha Sanchetana, like that. Now, Chetana aham bhikkhave kammam vadami is kamma. But it is not just Chetana, it is Sanchetana. Intending to do something about it. It's not just the intention. That is, I want to see it in this way. I want to hear it in this way. I want to taste it in this way. I want to smell it in this way. I want to touch it in this way. I want to think in this way. That kind of attitude, when I create, it is Sanchetana. So when we see this definition, then what strikes us? That Sankhara can be put in 4 ways. Number 1, just that which arises with an intention from the 6 senses, whatever you intend to do is Sankhara. Now the second way of seeing through the Patisamutpada is whether you want to do a Punyabhi Sankhara, moral or a good deed, Apunyabhi Sankhara, or you want to get into Jhanik. These are 3 Sankharas.
That is as Kamma.
That's as Kamma, because it has a Kamma element. So I intend to get into Jhana. I want to intend to first Jhana, second Jhana, like that. I want to do Punya or I want to do Apunya. So here intention is there. Using the 6 senses only I am doing this actually. This Punyabhi Sankhara, Punyabhi Sankhara, Aninjabhi Sankhara also requires 6 senses. But it's not explicit, it is implied. It means you should have used one of the 6 senses to do that. So if I go through Khandavagga, I get the detail of it. If I go to Patisamutpada, then I get only the summary of it. Now we come to the third one. Going through the Visuddhi Magga and some portion of Abhidhamma. What happens? I can make it very simple that anything that is coming in front of you, the sight or sound or taste or touch and smell and thoughts, have arisen due to sankharas, not due to anything else. So don't do anything about it. Just leave it. If you intend something, something else is going to come in its place. So don't do that. Especially Ubakin or in that tradition, they have taken this portion. It is very good for a newcomer who has no idea on Buddha Dhamma. That means he doesn't have to know the 6 senses and all of that. He doesn't have to know the Patisamutpada, but he can just go by this bare experience of whatever is appearing on the body. A third way. What's the fourth way? There is a Chula Vedala Sutta, a very nice sutta. In that, she uses the Dhammadinna is the teacher and Visakha is the student. Here we are putting Sankhara in plural. In Chula Vedala Sutta, he uses Sankharo, singular. He says, Kaya Sankharo, Chi Sankharo, Mano Sankharo. Now, what is Kaya Sankharo? She says, Asapasa, in breath, out breath, is Kaya Sankhara. I don't understand. So she says, the body is associated with in-breath, out-breath. Isn't it or not? Yes. How? When you do Vipassana of Goenka, if you have done it perfectly on the 5th day or 6th day, you can see your entire body arising and an entire body ceasing away. And it's a wonderful experience to have. And that is happening due to breath. Because 3 days you have done Anapana and you have understood you have made it so sharp. For the whole day, you are able to watch it. Now, when you keep on observing the body from head to toe, toe to head to toe, toe to head, which Goenka ji uses a typical word called Dhara Pravaha, like a flow of vibration happening in your body. When that happens, you will experience like a paper floating up and going down. The entire body goes up. And that is Kaya Sankhara. Now, to that experience, you should have Vachi Sankhara. So she says, Vitakka Vichara is Vachi Sankharo. Vitakka means to take a subject and think it on, and Vichara is to go extend it by pondering over it, what it is. So, this way of taking an object, looking at it, meaning thinking at it, and then making some meaning, make some meaning out of it before talking, before the voice comes out, is Vachi Sankhara. Then she says about Mano Sankhara, that is Vedana and Sanya. Vedana is a feeling, Sanya is a perception. So if you look at Goenka tradition, they are taking the Mano Sankhara, which is Vedana and Sanya, which is Sankhara actually. So when you are asked to watch the body feelings, it's Sankhara arising and passing away. Because it has two things. You're able to perceive it, able to feel it. Mano Sankhara. Okay. Now, Kaya Sankhara. Since you're watching the breath, your asapasa has so much, properly understood that tradition, that you can really put your breath wherever you want and you can have that experience. So the 3 days what we do in the Vipassana of breath, from the 4th day till the 7th or 8th day. So the experience starts from the 7th day, 6th, 7th, 8th, whatever days. Then you have a very good experience. So what do you mean by experience? Experience here is nothing but the Vedana. That's experience. So when we say I'm having an experience, you're having a feeling basically. What did you feel? You felt happy, or you felt unhappy, or you were not having anything, or you were neutral to that. That's an experience. Now that experience should have a sanya, perception. So I need to perceive what it is. Without the sankhara, you cannot perceive it. So we can now look from 4 different perspectives. I can look it from the 6 senses. I can look it from Samutpada. I can look it from rising, passing away, or I can take the Chula Vedala Sutta in the Majjhima Nikaya and see how it is. In all these 4, whichever 4 I take, I will get the grasp of Sankhara. So from the Goenka Ji's tradition, if I take something, he's talking about the second one, whichever one, the third one, let's say, wherein anything that arises in the body, anything, heat, cold, this, that, whatever, or some tingling sensation, some scratching sensation, some pin like sensation, or whatever sensation in that 1 hour which is happening. It's happening because of sankhara. So, first, the hard sankharas are going to come, meaning a painful one. Don't do anything about that. Then the pleasurable sensations are going to come. Again, don't do anything about it. Then the neutral sensations are going to come. Then don't do anything about it. After that, get vibrations. So if I choose to do Goenka technique, I need to do all of this. It becomes very easy. But now I can see what is happening. That the more and more it is coming out, the more and more sankharas are getting wiped. So which means I am getting rid of past impressions, because that is all due to intentions. I am facing a scratching sensation here due to 3 reasons. One, the air is hitting on my, say, cheek. For everybody it is hitting, not only for me. But I have become sensitive about this. So there is a scratching sensation. But nobody else is scratching. I am only scratching. Why? Because Sankhara. So what should I do? Just watch. When it becomes unbearable, then if you want, you can scratch. That means to that extent, you have developed, called khanti in Pali, patience in English. So you have developed the ability to hold on to see what is going to happen. So slowly it changes from a pain to a heat sensation, from a heat sensation to cold sensation to numbness, and let's go. And then there's no sensation after. So it goes through 4 stages. If I were to go by the Vipassana, can I watch it like that? Yes, that is actual Vipassana, to do as per that tradition. Did I answer the question? So it depends on which one you want to take now. Now coming to his question about Punyabhi Sankhara, Aninjabhi Sankhara. There's an intention to do Punya. I'm intending to get into a higher realm of existence. That's a Punyabhi Sankhara. Abhisankhara. Now, this is not just Sankhara, it is Abhisankhara. There we spoke about Sankharo. In all the Sanyukta Nikaya, it is Sankhara. And here we are talking Abhisankhara. Abhi is higher, like Abhidhamma, higher Dhamma. Abhiman, Abhi means higher, Mana means vanity. A vanity which is higher than what the person is, a ego which is double the ego, Abhiman. In the same way, Abhisankhara, it is just volitions or preparation, but I am doing Abhi with intention, how it should be, how it should happen. So, I am doing good deeds with that intention, that I should be born in a higher realm. I am doing bad deeds, and I am doing deeds which will take me to the jhanic bliss. All the 3 are Abhi. Okay, so that is how these 3 things are. So now what did we learn? We learned about Sankhara. What is the basic meaning of Sankhara? Then second one, Abhisankhara. Third one we learned is Sankhara. So if we take Sankharo, which is Kai Sankharo, Sankharo, Mano Sankharo. Singular. If we are talking Sankhara, it means 6 senses. If we are talking Abhisankhara, it is with relation to the Patisamutta.
In broad sense, the Sankhara, the things which are created by Hetu
And Phala.
and not Pala. This what is called in the Paticca Samuppada, they are Paticca Samuppanna. They are the all Sankharas are Paticca Samuppanna. Coming due to the Pratya and Hetu and Pratya.
Yes. So now,
That means
yes, go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
even now you hear something, that is the Sankhara. You see something, that is Sankhara. You feel something, that is Sankhara.
Correct.
All these are in broad sense,
Yes.
all Sankharas are Paticca Samuppannai, that is, created due to Hetu and Pratya.
Correct.
Say they all.
Correct.
Then the Abhisankaras are, they are coming out of this the Sankaras. Now
Right.
you see something and you get Chetana on it, and it adds something to it, what you for the Sankara, that is the attachment, that is you like it, or you have feeling of grabbing it, or greed on it, so it becomes Abhisankara.
Right.
Then only it becomes a karma.
So that is correct.
Now,
Chetana is a karma.
the thing that you see has no, if you don't have any greed on it, or craze on it, so it is not Abhisankara. And once you have, if you have a Chetana on it, to grab it or desire on it, then it becomes Abhisankara. So that is what is in the Paticca Samuppada, that is Abhisankara is the now the this what you call Sankhara Pacha Vijnana. Vijnana is created because of this karma, or this Abhisankara. This Abhisankara can be Anenjabhya, Punyabhya, then Punyabhyan, because all there you have some craze, or your desire on them.
Correct. I agree with you. So,
Okay, and then in the Skanda Sankara are all no Chetanas, all what you call. There are 52 Sankara, which is explained in the
Abhidhamma.
Abhidhamma. Yes, they are Sankara.
Yes. So instead of going so much detailed into it, now if you take Pachaya Sutta, it's a very nice sutta where Buddha explains the difference between the Patisamutpada and Paticcasamuppanna.
Panna, yes.
They both are not the same.
Yeah, correct.
Okay, so now we are going very deep into the Dhamma. So if we don't have to go so deep into it, then what we can see is like this. Anything that is coming
Yeah,
is Sankhara.
correct. Yes.
Anything it can be.
Yeah,
Whether you're
yeah.
seeing something, hearing something, tasting something, touching something, thinking something, is all Sankhara. They're not yours. They
Yes.
are nobody's. If you take it as mine, it becomes
Yeah,
Abhisankhara.
correct. Yes.
Okay. So now in the Vipassana class, when you see some scratching sensation or some sensation, they are just Sankhara.
Yeah.
Don't do anything about it. They're not yours to do anything. Even while I'm sitting like this and talking, if I, these are sankharas which are arising, now I'm making an abhisankara out of it, that I don't want this to happen.
Correct.
So what am I doing? I'm creating
Yeah.
hatredness. So what I'm doing? Dvesha. Or I'm getting a nice feeling. I create raga. And I feel this is my skin. That is moha. Raga, dvesha, moha. Being there becomes an abhisankara. Okay. Now I don't do
Right.
it. Just watch it. It goes away by itself. How much? See, it will go. Nothing will stay permanently. It will go. No, I waited for half an hour. Sorry. It's not conditioned by your time. It will go on its own. If it becomes unbearable, you have to do something about it. So you're doing abhisankara. You're intending that thing shouldn't come, which then creates new sankhara. So the best way of dealing with it is just let it go. So now out of 4, Goenka is third. Where anything that is happening is sankhara. The 4 one. Out of that, we are taking the third one. Now, if I intend to do something, it becomes abhisankhara, which is patisamutpada. But it has paticha samutpanna. It has created because of a cause.
Yes. That is Paritsamappanna.
So now, if I don't want it, it means like saying I don't want the cause, which is foolishness. It's utter foolishness.
Yes.
So the only way I can redeem myself at this point in time is to let it go on its own. So Buddha explains how to do it. He says, if it is paticca samutpanna, it has 7 things, which I already spoke about, but it's good to see.
Yeah.
It has anicca,
Nature.
sankhata,
Sankhara.
samutpanna, Dhamma, Dhamma, Viraga Dhamma, Nirodha Dhamma. Everything is like that. If you take birth, jati, jara, maranas, if you take that, then it has paticca sampanna. But all part of sankhara. So because of sankhara only the birth has happened. It's not because of anything else the birth automatically happens.
Yes.
Because of sankhara. So avidya pache sankhara, sankhara pache vinyana, vinyana pache namarupa. If we go by that cycle, we can see it has happened due to the cause. And because of the cause, the condition arose. That's how we can really understand deeper about the Dhamma. So for me, if I am doing a practice of Vipassana, what should I do? Don't react to whatever is happening on the body. Now, what's the answer to it? What will happen? You will let go of many sankharas which you have stored in your storehouse. They will come on the surface and go away by itself. You don't have to do anything. So, in that way, it is correct. So, sankhara become intention. Sankhara also means what comes and goes away. And hence he says, Anicca sankhara, uppada dhammino, upajitva nirujjanti, tesan upasam. So the sankharas are uncertain. That means I get a tingling sensation here. No, might not get, might get. They come on its own. Uppada dhammino, this dhamma, these sankharas, are of a arising and passing nature. Upajitva nirujjanti. When they arise, they cease by itself. Tesan upasamos. that person who knows it will get peace. So you don't have to do anything. And Anupam, you would have heard this in Goenka lectures in the night. He uses this. Anicca vada sankhara upadavaya dhammino upajjitva nirujjanti. Or even every 1 hour once you will be able to hear to this. Yeah, you're on mute in case you're talking.
No, I'm not talking. I'm just asserting that. Yeah, maybe I have heard that.
Okay, that's the meaning. And since in the class they don't explain the meaning, people don't know what is being said.
Yes, yes.
Yes. They don't explain what is being said.
Yes.
Just.
So if we know the meaning, we'll enjoy it. So the meaning of that is all sankharas are anicca. Meaning, now I'm sitting like this. What sensation is going to come next? It's uncertain. Okay. Then it has a nature of arising and ceasing. Padavaya dhammino. This Dhamma. Dhamma means things, phenomena, or whatever is coming for you to experience is upadavaya. It arises. Upada means produced. Why? Cessation, ceasing, going off. Upajitva. They arise. Go away. Nirujjhat. One who penetrates into this will find peace. He doesn't react to it. Oh, I didn't know that we have crossed more than 1 hour now.
Yes, we have gone.
The time
Fast.
just flew away.
Yeah.
All are sankharas.
Yes.
So, how did you feel, Anupam, on the first class of yours?
Yeah, I feel that all you people are very much learned, but you're trying to. No, I'm just saying it. That of course the reality, but my reality is my reality. I'm trying to understand these things actually in my way. So I'll think it over and I'll ask many questions again that will arise in my mind.
Yeah, sure. You contemplate on that. Go deeper into it and see where it takes you. So my journey has been like that only. I used to do this Goenka technique long time ago.
Sure.
Used to contemplate on what is he saying, what is there in the Pali text, and has to reflect upon it. Take what is working in both, check the one which is not working, leave it. No need to trouble the mind. That way, you can do it. Now, the question why I asked you, Anupam, is that since it is first time for you, so much of Dhamma, we shouldn't overburden you.
No, okay, but the things will come actually because you have gone through the things, the terms and jargons. To me, it's like that. It's jargons and terms, but who has gone through this subject, it must come automatically.
Yes.
So, okay, I have realized it in my way, actually, what you have said.
Okay, good. The way you want to understand it's absolutely fair. And each one of us have to put in our own effort to really understand what it is. We need to do. So when the best approach here is that if you were to watch the breath all the time, all the waking hours for 6 months, non-stop, then you can see the Sankhara completely. And then the questions will stop. And you will come to know where you have reached. So they talk about Sotapanna, Sakadagami, Anagami, Arhat. You will come. Because you will penetrate into Anicca, Dukkha, Anatta. Are the characteristics, the nature of things. Okay, and you will see it for yourself where you have it. You don't require anybody's certificate. You yourself will. And if you were to do it like that, you will also come to know where you will be reborn next, based upon your intention. It is Chetana. In Pali, it is Chetana. In English, intention. And that has Sankhara. Again. So, Avijja Pachaya Sankhara. I think you would have heard it from Goenka talking about this 12-link cycle. So if you really see, ignorance is the cause of this Sankhara. Sankhara as in volitional action. So you want it this way. And it arises in 6 senses. For that it requires vijnana, consciousness. And because of consciousness, require the nama and rupa, name and form. Because that name and form, you require the 6 sense doors. In the 6 sense door comes the touch, asa. Because of the touch, feeling. Because of the feeling, there is craving. Because of the craving, there is holding on to that. Because of that, you want to become something. You want the becoming. And becoming creates birth. Birth will then take you to old age, death, which creates sorrow, lamentation, grief. So, understanding the 5 aggregates, evam eva dukkha khandasa samudaya hota. This is, in summary, if you ask me, is 5 aggregates. Dukkha khanda. Khanda of 5 are joining together. And if you were to break that, then you are done. This is the completion of or summarization of Anicca in all of these. So in between you will get the 4 noble truths also. In each one of these link, you can see the 4 noble truths. Okay, so we are done for today and we can meet tomorrow with another good subject.
Okay.
Jivaka, you had any further questions before we close?
No, I've been listening to it very. I I think I got the ideas. Um, all right.
Okay. Bhante, you have any questions or any comments?
I would like to say 3 of them. Please practice Anapanasati according to the sutta which was described by Vilas. Then applied it for all senses. I give you an example. Today I suddenly practice it in the noon. Today I consume non-vegetarian food with hot spices. It is that's mean it is very tasty as a Sri Lankan person. But when I was consuming that non-vegetarian food with hot spices, I practiced uh, what Vilas said in Anapanasati, and then I always try to look at the touch, not because it is that food is very tasty food, but I always try to stop at touch. Then, then I understood Uttamahansa Sutta. Then, that normally that tasty food was become Puttamahansa, like Puttamahansa.
Correct.
It was like solids, just solid, just solid, not no taste, without taste. Therefore, it is all of you have all of these three have a lot of questions, but all questions will solved if you are doing Anapanasati and to adopt those things to every day to day activities, then all problems will solve. Then
Thank you.
Sankhara will be vanished.
Thank you, Bhante. So in the morning, we had one session. I've uploaded it on YouTube. Anupam, I'll send you the link of my channel. In the morning, Bhante also joined. So we were doing a meditation on phassa. Phassa means contact. If you were to stick on the contact, not on the feeling, you will see difference. In the Anapana, what you're doing in the Goenka technique, and the Vipassana, what you do, instead of watching the feeling, you watch the touch itself. You have a complete grasp of what is happening. Because without contact, there is no feeling. Now, when you are watching the contact, you are looking into craving actually, not the feeling. You are looking into craving. What I need to do is, if I want to understand the Sankhara, I need to understand the Phassa. Because Phassa has three things: feeling, perception, intention, or the Sankhara, basically. So, if I were to use a Pali word and explain to you, Chakuncha paticha rupecha upajati chakku vinya. With the eye and the sight comes eye consciousness. Tinna sangati phasso. These three form what is called as phassa. So when I am doing vipassana of Goenka, I am sitting cross-legged or however I want to sit, watching the breath. I need to watch the touch point of the breath, not the breath, touch point of the breath. Breath is a mental construct. Touch is only the real thing. If I start watching the breath, it goes into somewhere. Just have to watch the touch. When I watch the touch, what happens? The breath is gone. Only the touch remains. No sankhara. Sankhara, phassa nirodho, sankhara nirodho. Phassa nirodho, sanya nirodho. Phassa nirodho, vedana. Are in peace. Very simple. So in the morning we will.
Do you mean physical contact or is
No, all kind of. See now, if I'm doing like if I'm sitting in meditation like this, it's a physical contact. In the Anapana Sati Katha,
yeah.
Sariputta explains how to do that. It's a very nice one. He gives an example, just like a tree which is grown and you are standing on a level ground, you're taking an axe and you're doing it, trying
Yes.
to cut it. Don't look at the teeth, just look at the touch.
No, it is for the Anapanasati is okay. You can see the pasa there, but for example, when you feel when you eat something, when you feel the taste of it. So
No. That is
where do
where I'm
you?
telling you. The taste is a Vedana. It's already come into feeling. You're feeling the taste of it. You have to look at the
Yes,
phassa.
but where is the pasta there?
The moment,
How do you see?
no,
How do you feel the pasta? It's in the tongue and
in the tongue. Yeah. So,
okay.
see now where the tongue is like jivancha paticcha rasecha uppajjati jivva vinyanam.
Yes,
Tinna sangati phasso.
pasta.
Now I'll show you. I take my this finger.
Yeah.
Nothing is there
Tongue. Hmm.
because why? Because so I'm only looking at the phassa contact. I can keep it forever. No taste will come. But I will get into the feeling now. I start looking at the feeling and I get three feeling. Neutral feeling, salty feeling I don't want, sweet feeling, If I'm in phassa, salty feeling, sweet feeling, all is in vinyana, not in vedana.
Yeah, that is right. Yeah.
So you'll
Yeah.
really
It's
see,
also.
you'll really see how Chitta plays this like a magician. The Vijnana plays like a magician, as indicated in the Pena Pindupama Sutta. And it's a magician. If you are on Dukkha Sukha Vedana, you will not find any taste. Like when COVID happened, many people lost taste.
Yes.
They couldn't taste. It was feeling like rubber.
Hmm.
And that is what Bhante is explaining today. He had a tasty
Yeah.
non-vegetarian food, but when he put it in the mouth, it
Okay.
is Putta Mamsa Sutta.
Right.
That happened.
Okay.
So it's a
You
mental
change the
construct.
perception. Yes.
When we taste, when you get the three kinds of feeling, we at three times we create three kinds of sankhara.
Yes. So when the feeling comes, the sankharas also will come. So if you want to have a sabba sankhara samatho, you just look at the phassa. That's it.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's end for
Right.
today. Good night to all of you. And
Please,
tomorrow.
Right.
please send me the link. Please send me the link that you were
I'm going
mentioning.
to send the link and we will be uploading this video as well so you can watch it.
Okay.
Okay. Namo Buddhaya.
Okay. Namo
Yes, Jivaka, you wanted to say something?
No. It was the same thing that Mr. Arupam said. I need the link as well.
Yes. I'm going to send it right away. After this call, you will have it. Okay. Namo
Thank you.
Buddhaya. Thank you.
Are we meeting tomorrow?
Yes, we are going to meet
tomorrow.
tomorrow. Every day we are going to meet. Every day. Same time.
Oh,
Okay then. Namo Buddhaya. Have a
Okay.
good night. Bye-bye.